So, see, today we will start speed of efflux and Torricelli's law. For junior advanced student, I think it is already finished. So you just listen, and junior advanced two students, you can write the notes simultaneously. Okay. So see here, new topic, that is speed of efflux and Torricelli's law. Okay. So you have one new word here, that is efflux. What is meant by this efflux? Okay, this is nothing but what? Fluid flow. Yes, no. What is this? Fluid flow. Or you can write like this also, fluid outflow. So efflux means what? Fluid outflow. Now, let's draw the diagram for this. We have taken one container like this, and then we are going to make one hole here like this, and inside this tank there is water or any fluid we can take. And from this hole the liquid will come out with some velocity. Let us suppose this velocity is v1. What is this velocity? v1. At this point you have pressure p2. At this point you have pressure p1, and let us assume that from this surface of water to this hole, whatever depth is there, that is h. Okay, and this one is, I am taking it as a capital H. What is this? Capital H. And then this one is how much? Capital H minus H, right? Yes, no? Now, at this point, let us assume that area of this tank is A2, and here you have area of cross section of this hole is A1. Clear? Yes, no? Now, we know from equation of continuity, from equation of continuity, A1 P1 is equal to A2 P2. This is what velocity I am taking here. Velocity of that liquid is equal to P2. But if suppose this hole is very small, okay, then this P2 is nearly equal to 0 only. Yes, no? Why 0? Because this level of liquid will decrease very slow. Yes, no? For example, 1 millimeter or 0.1 millimeter in 1 second. So 0.1 millimeter per second is very less speed. That's why we are taking nearly it is equal to 0. Yes, clear. Okay, now let's use the Bernoulli's theorem. From Bernoulli's theorem or from Bernoulli's equation, क्या होगा देखो. At this point you have pressure P1. Yes, no, already I have mentioned it. So this is P1 plus half rho V1 square plus rho G Y1. That is nothing but H minus H, है ना. Y1 क्या होगा? H minus H. So I am writing here H minus H because I have taken that height as a H minus H. So I am taking H minus H is equal to P2 plus half rho V2 square plus rho G Y2. मतलब मैंने क्या लिया है? H. So here it is H. This one you understood? In Bernoulli's equation, we have learned sum of pressure energy, kinetic energy per unit volume, and potential energy per unit volume is always constant. So here, at this point, pressure energy is P1, half rho P1 square plus rho G H minus H is equal to P2 plus half rho V2 square plus rho G H for this point. Now, let P1 is equal to PA. Okay. Next, V2 is equal to 0. Then P1 is equal to P. Already we have. So P plus half rho P1 square plus rho G H, है ना, rho G H minus rho G H is equal to this. P2 is what? P2 is, we will assume it as a, let us suppose P. P2 is what? P. What we have assumed P2 as a P. So here it is P plus this one will become 0. Why? Because V2 is equal to 0. So this is 0 plus this one is what? Rho G H. Okay. Clear? Now you see both side you have rho GH and this rho GH. If you will transfer that side minus and it will get cancelled. That's why I have cancelled here only. And now what I am getting, this one what we have assumed, Ray? This one we have assumed as a PA now. So here we should keep PA. Either देखो this one. This P1 is PA. So I'm substituting it as a P1 PA. So now let's find out the value of this speed P1. So I'm transferring this PA that side. So half rho V1 square is equal to P minus PA, P minus PA, है ना, plus rho G H आएगा. Yes, no, check करो, right? P minus PA plus rho G H. Then 2 I am transferring here. So this is at denominator, it will go ahead. So this rho also I am transferring simultaneously. P1 square is equal to P minus PA. This 2 is in multiplication plus 2 rho GH divided by this rho. Check rho. Is it clear? Yes, no. Now phi1 square is equal to 2gh. This row I am separating and cancelling, or you can do one more step if you want. 2gh row by row plus 2 into p minus pa divided by row. This row and this row will get cancelled, and therefore phi1 is equal to under root of 2gh plus 2 into p minus pa divided by rho. Okay, any doubt? Check it till here. You understood? Note down. So now see, whatever the formula we got, tell me formula array, what we got? P1 is equal to under root of, tell me.
2gh plus 2 into
2gh, small h है capital H? Small h है?
small h.
Small h plus 2 into p minus pa divided by what?
Rho.
Rho. Okay. Rho is what? Density of that liquid. Yes, no? किसका डेंसिटी है ये रो? रो डेंसिटी लिक्विड का है, किसका है बोलो?
लिक्विड सर.
ओके, हाँ अब देखो, नाउ हियर if suppose number one point, if P is very greater than PA, then 2GH is neglected. Okay, 2GH is neglected or may be neglected. And then you will get velocity V1 is equal to under root of 2 into P minus PA divided by rho. Okay. Okay. Next one. If P is equal to PA, that is tank is open. Tank is open to the atmosphere. Then V1 is equal to under root of 2GH. Okay. Then V1 is equal to under root 2GH. And ये जो equation है, this is speed of freely falling body and this is only called as Torricelli's law. Okay, so generally, let me explain. If suppose this tank is open, this tank is open, filled with liquid, and suppose here we are having a small hole, but we have a small hole through which liquid is coming out. Here the liquid is coming out from this tank. Its velocity is v1, and this height is how much? H, or depth is what? H. So according to Torricelli, what he is saying, if suppose we have dropped a ball or a body from the height which is equivalent to the height of the orifice, then whatever the velocity attained by the freely falling body is there, with that velocity only liquid will come out from the orifice. This is what? Torricelli. What is this? Torricelli. Understand? Understand?
Yes, sir.
So the speed of efflux coming from, so I am writing like this. The speed of efflux from the orifice which is at depth h is equal to velocity attained by freely falling body from same height. Is that clear? The speed of efflux from the orifice which is at depth h is equal to velocity attained by freely falling body from same height. Dropped from same height ऐसे लिखेंगे है ना? Dropped. Understand? Clear? Note down this. Now let's move ahead. And next topic, that is horizontal range of efflux, and that is denoted by x. What is meant by horizontal range? Already you have learned in motion in plane. Yes, you have learned, no? But here now we have to learn horizontal range of efflux. So I'm drawing one diagram for you. You can see here. So this is a tank. This liquid is falling now down. Can you see this? This is what your horizontal range. Okay. And already we have seen this velocity is how much? We have this velocity as a v1, and this height also we know. How much is this height? Yes, please tell me how much is this height? How much we have taken? Tell me. Capital H minus H. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
This one is, I think we have taken as a H. Yes. This is small h, right? And this one, this complete height is capital H. Is it right? Check it
Capital
once. Yes, no? So as this tank is open, means if this tank is open and the pressures are negligible, or atmospheric pressure is equal to this, then we know V is equal to, or this V1 is equal to under root 2G H if this is open. Yes, no? And now time we want, time t is equal to what, rate? Under root 2 into H minus H by G. Yes, no? How you got this? H minus H is equal to half G T square, and that's why 2H minus H divided by G is equal to T square, and that implies T is equal to under root 2H minus H by G. Understand? Now horizontal range. Now horizontal range. X is equal to P1 into T, है ना? Horizontal velocity into time. So horizontal velocity is how much? 2GH into this under root of 2H minus H divided by G. Okay, now this is root 2 root G root H into this is root 2H, है ना? Yes. or else I will do like this. Wait, I will separate like this. Because I can take this to outside now. Root 2 into root 2. Yes, no. So here I am doing root 2 into root of h minus h. And into I can write 1 by root g. Is that okay? Check it once what I did. Is it okay? Understood? Now this root g cancels with this root g. And this root 2 into root 2 will become as a 2. So 2 into this root h will go inside. So under root of h into h minus h. Check it. This is what your x. Is that clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is what your horizontal range. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Note down this fast. So see here, for range to be maximum, dx by dh should be equal to 0, and we have x is equal to 2 into h into h minus h. This is under root. So therefore x square is equal to 4h into h minus h. So let's take derivative. Differentiating, what you will get? 2x dx by dh is equal to, what you will get here? I'm just first separating d dh of 4h minus ddh of 4h square. So for this you are getting answer as a 4h. Yes, no? 4h. Yes. Minus, for this 4 outside you will get 2 into 4 into h. So this is dx by dh is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 4h minus 8h, and therefore small h or minus 8h is equal to minus 4h, capital H. This minus and this minus cancel. Small h is equal to 4h by 8. So therefore h is equal to capital H by 2. So for range to be maximum, what should be the case? That small h should be equal to capital H by 2. Means the hole should be at midpoint of the tank. Hai na? Yes. So note down this.